John Dykstra.
Present.
Andrew F. Fink.
Here.
Kevin Gadberry.
Here.
Derek Gray. Talia Gravy. Joe Grimm. Joe Grimm. Joe Grimm. Grayson Workham. Paper-wise from Kent. Christopher Carl Albauer. Christopher Albauer from Muskegon. Christopher Albauer. Jeff Bortel. Alternate Jeff Bortel. Bortel. Last call for Jeff Bortel. Stuart Peterson. Stuart Peterson from Muskegon. Stuart Peterson from Muskegon. John Coons from Muskegon.
No water.
I told God to picture.
Welcome aboard, John.
Ollie Hughes. Ollie Hughes. Ollie Hughes. Bob Skolnick. Alternate Bob Skolnick. Alan Yeager. Tammy Yeager. Brad Johnson. Here. Anna Johnson. Joe Jarecki. Here. Douglas Cross. Here. Bill Lear. Randy Lee Block. Tom Mead. Here. We're just checking if you were here. That's all it was. Tom Mead. Here. Amy R. Preston. Brad W. Schaefer. Brian L. Smith. Brian L. Smith. Brian L. Smith. Richard Seeley. Richard Seeley. Richard Seeley. Merle Skolnick. Ronald H. Stoltzman. Ronald H. Stoltzman. Ronald H. Stoltzman. Jim Riley. Here. Lundquist. Kip Welch. David Wells. Do we have a group here? Ally Hughes is here, so alternate 4 or alternate 5 has to step down, which is Mr. Riley.
Please return your pink slip to the wife.
Will you return your pink slip?
You almost got it.
You really do have to get up and
Barb
return
Johnson
that.
here to speak? Or
She'll be here in 2 minutes. Staff,
He needs to return that. Yeah.
I'm going to jump over to Lego and then go to Oceana, it's a shorter list. Tom Allison. Here. Barb Grimchuk. Honorable Jeff Hansen. John Hendricks. Laura Krentz. Juanita Pierman. Andy Seabold. All right. We have Ruth Johnson.
Thank you so much for driving on some pretty miserable roads to get here. It shows your commitment and dedication. I love when I'm at home, I bought a little plow for my 1999 Ford Explorer that I used to drive back and forth to Lansing. It's still great. For $1,000 I got a plow and I plow the roads out every time we get snow, and it's just a great relaxing thing to do, but not to drive in it like you did. First of all, I want to tell you a couple of things that we're doing, and one is for our veterans. Can I ask anyone that served this country to please stand? Did you know we have the 11th highest number of people that served this country right here in Michigan? 680,000 veterans. I'm so proud to say that when I travel. In September, I had this wonderful opportunity to go to the Middle East and talk to our servicemen and women and ask what we could do to make it easier for them to vote. I went to 5 installations, 3 ships, and I have to tell you, be proud of our men and women. It is tough over there. Harsh conditions, hot. I was complaining with my little Columbia shirt with all the vents in it, and here they are dressed in thick cotton. And I asked them, shouldn't you be in shorts and something, something a little bit cooler? And he said, no ma'am, we're military ready every minute, ma'am, we're here to protect you, and they are. We've done a number of things to try to help them. One is on your driver's license, those of you that stood up, this year we're going to have it so that you can get your military designation on it, so you no longer have to carry your discharge papers to get the discounts that you have earned and deserve. And I hope that those of you that work in retail or at a restaurant or someplace with VA loans, education, or medical benefits, when you see that designation, please thank that person for what they've done. We're going to have a new fundraising license plate that you can buy, and the extra money will go to help our veterans. And we're going to use our 131 branch offices to get the word out, because we are the 11th in the number of veterans and one of the worst states in making sure that our veterans know what's available, what they've earned and deserved. Another thing I'm going to tell you about, the president has made a switch in many of his decisions. One of them is who's here legally and who's not. We've been working on a driver's license to make sure, and Lindsay will show you, to make sure if they're a non-citizen that they do not vote. This driver's areas. One is when their visa expires, their driver's license will expire. And the other one is it will say LT, so our clerks know not to let them get registered. The reason why is for many years, 34, the federal government required our office to ask everyone if they wanted to register to vote, which meant non-citizens too. They registered, some vote, and it is a felony. And we're looking at election integrity here. Our president has refused, he didn't answer my letter, but I've been to Homeland Security and written many letters, refusing to let us know who's a citizen and non-citizens. We looked at our Department of Motor Vehicle records and found out of 58,963 that are non-citizens. They won't let me use those records to even write them a letter. I'm not done. I can tell you right now that this is one of my main priorities, to make sure each citizen gets a chance to vote, but not a non-citizen. We have expressos.com. If any of you can use it, we only want to see you once every 8 years. We'd love to see you, but on your birthday, please spend it with your friends and family. You can get your tabs. Just print them off on your computer, carry it in your pocket, and we'll send the tab to you in a week or so, sometimes in 4 days. And let me tell you how that helps us. Helps us, it helps you. You can stay in your house, go to your office, but you don't have to come stand in line. We are operating our office, because we have such great staff, with 20% less funds and 25% less staff than 10 years ago. And I want to tell you, you've got some great staff, and one of the staff that she didn't come and ask me for a job, I went and asked her. That's Barb Vanderveen. Barb, where are you? All right. And last but not least, Michigan has been one of the worst states in the nation on organ donation registry. We have 3,000 people on the waiting list, some of them dying waiting, some of them children, babies, moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas. And a lot of people wait by the phone day after day. And so we took that on as a project, and I asked for people to serve on a committee, and we got great representation from the west side. Dr. Tomatis, Peter Secchia has helped. Let me tell you what, our last 2 years have been the best 2 years in the history of the state of Michigan for people signing up. So thank you to each one of you that are on the organ donor registry. And I know some people say, oh, I'm too old. And my mom, who I went and asked, who's 85, I said, Mom, please consider this. You can be a hero to 8 people. Save 8 people's lives. Increase the quality of life for 50 people would just sign up. And she said, there isn't anything I got anybody want. Our oldest heroes that were on the organ donor registry that donated were 101 and 103. So please think about it if you haven't. I want to thank you again. I wouldn't be standing in front of you unless I had the grassroots. You are the grassroots for me, and I can't thank you enough, so that we can continue with our agenda to make sure that we have safe and fair and secure elections, and that you don't have to wait in line when you go to get your driver's license or your tabs, because you'll go on expressos.com. Thank you.